In the early 1990s, thousands of backpackers traveled this road every year. Most made it where they were going. Some never arrived. And for a long time, no one realized those disappearances were connected. The Hume Highway, a stretch of asphalt running between Sydney and Melbourne. In the early 90s, hitchhiking this route was completely normal. Young travelers from the UK, Germany, the US, they'd stick out a thumb and expect to be moving within minutes. Australia had a reputation. Safe, open, welcoming. In December 1989, two 19-year-olds set out hitchhiking from Sydney. They expected to arrive within days. They never did. At first, no one connected it to anything. Hitchhiking meant unpredictability. But then, a German backpacker vanished along the same route. Then a young couple from Germany. Then two British friends. 7 people across 3 years. Different nationalities, different stories, the same road. The cases were handled separately. The country was vast. The idea that one person could be responsible for all of them felt unlikely. That changed in September 1992. Belanglo State Forest, dense bushland, 2 hours southwest of Sydney. A group of orienteers were navigating through it when they found something that didn't belong. When authorities arrived, they found human remains. Then they kept searching and found more. Multiple sets, same forest, same remote location. Someone had been using this place, coming back again and again without being caught. The investigation became one of the largest in Australian history. Every missing persons file was pulled, every detail re-examined, and buried in those records was a story that had been told years earlier. A story no one had paid enough attention to. January 1990, a British backpacker named Paul Onions accepted a ride heading south on the Hume. The driver was casual, friendly, nothing that set off alarms, at first. But the route didn't match what had been discussed. The driver's behavior shifted. The car slowed, then stopped. What the driver produced next was not something Onions could have prepared for. A weapon. Ropes. The situation moved from uncomfortable to life-threatening in seconds. But Onions didn't freeze. He fought back. And in one desperate moment, he threw himself from the vehicle and ran toward the road. A passing motorist stopped. He was alive. His report was filed. But without a pattern, without context, it didn't connect to anything larger. Onions went back to the UK and carried that day with him. Then came the forest. When news broke about Belanglo, something clicked for Onions. The details were too close. The location, the method, the timeline. He contacted Australian authorities, flew back, participated in a formal identification. He didn't hesitate. The man he identified was Ivan Milat. Police built their case carefully. Milat lived near the Hume Highway. He knew the forest, not casually, but in the way someone knows a place they've spent real time in. To the people around him, he appeared completely ordinary. On May 22, 1994, they raided his property. What they found there, items linked to the missing travelers, personal belongings, equipment, formed a picture that was hard to argue with. He was arrested, charged. On July 27, 1996, the jury delivered its verdict. Guilty on all 7 counts. Multiple life terms. No possibility of release. For many people, that was the end. But for others, it never felt complete. Was 7 really the full number? The Hume Highway had seen unexplained disappearances for decades. Remote stretches of bush leave very little behind. Some of those cases were never resolved. Milat maintained his innocence, filed appeals. Every one failed. He never confessed, never explained, never gave the victims' families anything beyond the verdict itself. Then, in 2010, a name surfaced again that no one expected. A relative of Milat was convicted of a separate murder in Belanglo State Forest, the same forest. It proved nothing about the original case. The family rejected any suggestion of connection. But the location, the name, the history. It was enough to pull everything back into focus. 7 confirmed. A lifetime of suspicion, and a highway that still holds its secrets. Some cases close in a courtroom. Some cases never really close at all. This was Verion. If this story stayed with you, it should. Subscribe, because next week we open another file, and I promise you, it won't be any easier to forget.